Hi, I'm Becky Biggins.
And I'm Andy Torbert.
And this is the all-new Adamo 754T from Bailey. And T stands for twin beds.
Yes, with its fixed twin beds and its flexible privacy, is the perfect motorhome for families or those couples who like to host.
Well, I'm going to take a look inside. Why don't you show people around the outside?
Come on then. All the key external features really are at the back of the vehicle. We've got these rails, which comes as standard, and that allows you to fix things like bike racks to the back of your vehicle. And up top is a 200-watt solar panel, but more on that later. What I want to show you is probably my favourite feature of this vehicle, outside or in, the garage. You can see just how big this garage is. It's absolutely massive. And anyone who knows me knows I love my kit, and I can certainly store a lot in here. I think it's even big enough just to roll a normal adult's bike straight in. And it's got a number of features as well as just the space. Obviously the strip light. It's got tie down points so all your equipment is safe and secure during transport. It's got 2 drainage holes, so if you're hanging things like wet jackets, wetsuits in my case, the water can drain out. There's 2 charging points here, one for a 3-pin 240-volt domestic plug and one for a 12-volt charger. There's even, through here, access into the main living space. And I do know some people who use this big space as a dog kennel, and they can open that up to let the dog see into the main living area and check on it at night.
Here we are in this very spacious living area. Now, as you can see, we've turned the driver's seat around. That gives us another couple of chairs in this dining area. We've got the lovely banquette or bench seating with this gorgeous new upholstery, which I love. Enough about the upholstery. And we've got this amazing pedestal table. So not only does it twist and turn and you can move it into all sorts of different positions, you can put it up and down at the touch of a button, but you can also extend it. Do you want to do a little extend?
Oh yes.
Like this. You can double the size. Oh, this is very pro, well done. And this also forms the base for the double bed, which can be made up in this area.
On the sort of technical and electrical support point of view, there are lots of places to charge things. There's 6 USB chargers. There's 5 3-pin domestic sockets. There's 1 in the garage you've already seen. There's 2 in the kitchen area, and there's 1 above each of the 2 TV points. That's 1 in the living space here, and then another 1 back in the bedroom. There's a 200-watt solar panel on the roof, which means you've got that capability to go off-grid should you want to. The final thing I'd say is on the heating system. It's a 𝗚𝗲𝘁 heating system, which keeps the whole place nice and toasty, not just because of that system, but because the whole vehicle is really well insulated. So in the kitchen there is masses of space to create your next culinary masterpiece. We've got this beautiful white marble surface area here, which can be extended by popping that up. There's the big sink, and there's the new design of flexible mixer tap. Under here is the cooker, and as in other Adamos, you've got 4 rings. You've got the 3 gas rings, and then finally you've got electric hot plate, which I find very useful because I'm plugged in to the electricity at a campsite. I can use that and then save my gas either for other uses or if I'm going to go off grid later. Below that is the grill. And then separate to that is a nice big gas oven, which works really well. We've baked cakes in there, we've made Sunday roasts in there. It's a very effective bit of kit. Loads of storage space down there, up here. Then over this side of the kitchen, the final thing I'll show you is the giant tower fridge. It's a 150-litre fridge, and then up top is a 17-litre freezer for all your ice creams or your ice cubes for those sunset cocktails. And speaking of alcoholic drinks, Miss Becky Biggins.
Hello! Here I am. Come and have a look at the bathroom. This is very clever. So, on this side, you've got your shower room. Now, it's a full-size shower cubicle, really nice and tall. I mean, look, How much am I? 5'4", and it's really this big. And it's got one of these special pull-down hooks that people use for towels, but you use for wetsuits,
I
right?
do indeed, yeah.
Okay, so that has got a shower screen that comes across here. Now, in here is the toilet. I don't need to show you a toilet, but there's a toilet, a rectangular wash basin, which is very, very helpful. And this is a really nice big area too. But let me show you the best bit. You can close off your toilet if you're using the toilet, but you can also close off this whole section, which means that you have an ensuite bathroom. I just think it's ingenious. Now, let me show you the star of the show. It's the bedroom. This bedroom is wonderful. I blooming love it. You've got these very, very comfortable twin beds with their own reading lights with the USB sockets, as Andy said earlier, and you've got your TV point up here too. But that's not the only amazing thing about this bedroom.
No. The fact the beds are fixed and up quite high has been used to best effect to maximise the amount of storage, because there is a phenomenal amount of storage back here. As well as little shelves up here, here, here. You've got the cupboard up here. In here, you've got these massive cupboards. Huge amounts of space in there.
Kids would love those, wouldn't they?
Absolutely. And then down here, there's more storage space under both beds. They've even made use of the steps, the stairs up to the bed, and there's storage under each step as well. And then the door down here is the one I mentioned in the garage that gives you access back there.
As you can see, I'm here in the cab of the all-new Adamo. Let's get to the elephant in the room first, shall we? Look at this massive screen. It's 12 inches. It's a touch screen. I can show you I've got my radio on here. I've got my navigation app, but also I can have my audiobooks on here as I'm driving. I can answer the phone. It's just a very, very handy bit of kit. And also it doubles as the reversing camera. So as soon as I put the van into reverse, I get a whole screen full of what's behind me, which is incredibly helpful, especially when you're parking up. It's built on a Ford Transit base. It's got 165 brake horsepower. It's a 2-litre engine. And because the payload is less than 3.5 tons, you can drive any of the Adamo models on a normal UK driving licence. It's got a limiter, it's got cruise control as standard, and it's an automatic gearbox as standard too. Now, the more eagle-eyed of you will have seen that we've got an automatic gear stick. This is a pre-production model, and in production models, they're going to be replaced with a twist select gear knob. So it's not going to be this, it's going to be super fancy. So that was the all-new Adamo 754T from Bailey.
And what makes this model so special is those fixed twin beds, the huge amount of storage space, the massive garage in the back, and that ability to create privacy where you want it.